Hi everybody, it's Laura Click with Blue Kite Marketing, and I've got something to show you. Ta-da! This is my finisher medal from the Country Music Half Marathon. I ran it 2 weeks ago on Saturday, and it was awesome. It was my third half marathon, and each time is better than the last. I love doing it. If you would have asked me 2 years ago, I would have said you're nuts if you would have told me I was going to run a half marathon. But I'm now hooked, and each time I run, I learn something new. I've written scores of blog posts about running and how that's really helped me, I think, as a person. And you'll see in this post, I talk about why I think business leaders should run. And in this video, I wanted to talk about a couple things that I learned in this particular race that I think really apply to business. The first one is that as I was running, I trained with a group, and one of my running buddies, we were at mile 12, and we were going up this hill, and it was hot, and we're near the end of the race, and he was struggling. I was struggling, but I think he was struggling worse than I was, and we were getting ready to kind of stop for a walk break, and he said, I think you're going to need to go on without me, and I agreed. But before doing that, I cheered him on, and I told him he could do it, and really tried to lift him up as a person. And after doing that, it made me feel really good, and then I really had a lot of energy then to run that last mile. So I think the business lesson there is that if you want to help yourself, help others, lift people up, and don't do it for the selfish reason. Do it because you genuinely want to help. But by helping him, man, I think it really helped encourage me as well. The second thing I learned is that not meeting your goals doesn't equal failure. I had my worst time ever with this half marathon. Granted, this was only my third race, but it was almost 15 minutes behind my my very first one, and no, 15 minutes behind my best time that I've had so far. So quite a bit slower than previously, but because I missed my goal doesn't mean I failed. I still finished the race. I felt great about it, had a good run, but now I learned some things that if I want to improve my time, what I need to do differently. So I think that there's also a ton of business application there too, that when you fail in business, it doesn't necessarily, or I shouldn't say when you fail in business, if you miss a goal, it doesn't necessarily mean that you fail. It just means that you may need to tweak some things or look at things a little bit differently, and how you can improve what you're offering, improve a product, improve a situation, and make it better for the next time. So those are the two things I learned in this Country Music Half Marathon. I'm looking forward to my next race, still trying to decide which one to run, but I'm sure I'm going to learn even more then. So if you haven't tried running a half marathon or getting out there and doing some physical activity, I strongly encourage you to do it. You'll be so glad you did.